everyone, thank you for your time today. My name is Laura McKinley. I'm a principal consultant with DOS42, and today I'm going to be going over a Snowflake reference architecture that we worked on to build a multi-company data strategy around Snowflake, primarily using Snowflake's data sharing. So a little bit of background about this project. We were working to build an enterprise data warehousing for a media and entertainment company. They were really focusing on a built-from-scratch data architecture of warehouses, databases, schemas, and roles. And their data includes telemetry, CRM, advertising and ad revenue, custom SDKs, multiple SDKs, as well as event stream data. One thing that was interesting about this project is they were migrating both from an on-prem legacy system and from BigQuery. And there was really a strategic opportunity for data sharing and reader accounts. So just going to give a quick overview of the overall reference architecture. As you can see, there's a lot of different data sources, some pretty complex pipelining going on. We leveraged a lot of Snowflake opportunities here, but the main one that focusing on today is going to be under the secure data sharing. So what were the goals of this? Just for an overview, there were three main players in this project. So you had the creator or studio, you had the parent company, and then you had the internal client, so who our client was. They wanted really an end-to-end comprehension of the data across all of those raw sources that I enumerated on the previous slide. And it gives them a really high level of control, gives them leverage in budgeting and planning, and it really allows them to become the visionary for a new data strategy. So what does this look like? Here's a very high level diagram of what the sharing setup actually looked like. And we're just going to make it very simple. We're taking one piece of content, calling it content A. So in the middle, we have the client Snowflake and the content A database. In it, they have multiple schemas, multiple tables. They have enterprise, and then they have their custom. They take the data that's shared, and they are able to analyze it alongside other content provided by the client. So the client in this instance is the provider. And the leverage here for the parent company is that they're able to look at content A next to content B that our client also provides, content C, content X, etc. On the other side, there's also a secure data share with the creator companies or the studio companies. So here is more direct, content A database to content A database. The creator is not going to be looking over multiple pieces of content. They're really focused on iterating their product, which is content A. So in this instance, it's looking at enterprise metrics. It's also looking at custom metrics. And the creator then might be pairing it up against additional custom metrics that they have from their own Snowflake and their own data sources. So let's look at this from the client's database structure. How they have it set up in their Snowflake is starting with really the parent master all content DB. From there, they actually create filtered views with a row level filter for content equal to X. This creates content specific databases that they're able to use to leverage extreme granularity of roles, permissions, and access. So that parent or master all content DB. Let's look at the schemas really quickly. I'm not going to read through all of these bullet points, but there's four main schemas to focus on. So they have public and partner. Users can only see them in their filtered versions, and they're read-write by data engineering and maintained by data engineering. Next is analysis schema. So this is the production data and transforms that are not standard. Next, we have the ad hoc schema. And the last one, I just kind of grouped these all together, but they're schemas for finance, HR, business verticals. All right, and then now we're going into the filter DB schemas. And these are what actually end up being shared across companies. All right, so the first schema is public schema. Again, very similar to the unfiltered view. So public is what's shared with both the parent company and the creator studio companies. Next is partner, and this contains a lot of data from the third-party sources, and it's also shared with Creator Studio partners. So the filtered DBs also have an analysis schema, and the last schema here in the filtered DB is ad hoc, and this one's a little bit different. So it is read-write for internal and external analysts. Certain external analysts from creators and studios actually have Snowflake accounts at the client where they can read and write, but only to this specific DB and schema. So external analysts get their own filtered db.adhoc database with no access to all content DB, obviously for security purposes. And internal analysts get their own all content DB ad hoc database with read access to a filter DB. So thank you all for your time today. I hope you learned something. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or want to talk about this more. And I hope we get the chance to work together in the future.